Let me first and foremost apologize for the following recording has some explicit content. So if you're listening with the children around, I do implore you to put the children to bed before continuing. I do thank you guys for listening. Now let's continue. It is Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. All right, so first and foremost, first and foremost, the following recording, everything I'm about to say will trigger a certain set of people. So it will offend a lot of people. Um uh it'll probably hurt a lot of people. I'm not here to pander to anyone's feelings at all. You know, because the not even the Bible does that, right? Not even God's words do that. He doesn't pander to anyone. He's going to tell you what he likes and what he dislikes. He's going to tell you what you don't want to hear in order for you to be saved. So basically, at this time, whatever I'm going to say going forward will not pander to everyone's feelings. So best be and best best prepare to feel a certain way, to feel, because in order for you to change, you have to feel the pain. I would say, right. In order for you to heal, you have to feel some sort of pain or what have you, right? Um, in order for you to be healed, in order for you to be fixed, you have to be broken. You have to be sick. You have to be sick, right? In order for you to be healed, you have to be sick. So I'm here to offer a little bit of healing for someone or a group of people. I should say men in particular, my guys who are out here struggling with sexual lust, sexual addiction, pornography, whatever. Maybe I shouldn't say that word, but pornography or something, ornography or whatever. Um, Dealing with sexual sin, I should say, and just want to be out of it, right? They want to escape it and they can't, and they're praying, they reading the Bible, they're praying, asking God to take it away, and it's not being taken away, it's not leaving, and you're stuck. You're stuck as if this is some sort of demonic possession, demon possession, whatever you want to call it, whatever you think it might be. You feel like you're just in it and you're stuck, and you keep going back to the filth. You keep going back to the ornography, the orn, the images, the sexual images, the ladies scrolling on the social media sites, scrolling and hitting women up when you don't really want to, but your flesh is bringing you back to it, right? This is called sexual lust, sexual sin, and you don't want to keep doing it, right? When you're struggling, this is for those men, and this may be a help for some women too. Whatever woman who's dealing with a sexual, lustful nature, a sinful nature, being promiscuous, and you're trying to change, this may help you as well. But I'm more adamant, since I'm a guy, this is more for guys, especially men who are trying to change. Married men for sure, who's with a wife, that has a wife, but yet they're going into the corn, and they're mass. I advise whoever is listening to put your children away. Do not allow your children to listen, and I would always advise parents to train up a child to let them know about sin and what's in the Bible, what God hates and what God loves and whatnot, and how God loves everyone and how God wants everybody to prosper in this life. As a parent, train up your child to be the best that they can ever be spiritually, so they can manifest the spiritual gifts of God in their physical life, right? But like I said, this recording may rattle some folks. It may be a little bit X-rated, but I'm trying to offer help to those struggling with sexual sin, sexual lust, you know, committing fornication, adultery, stuff like that. They're sinning. And I'm trying to offer a little bit of help when you may not know what to do. Now, so I gotta start with a story, right? Well, it's not a story. It's my life, right? It's my life. I've been struggling with sexual sin since I could remember. I guess I started watching Corn back when I was maybe 12, 13 or something, and that it's been like that ever since. I'm 35, 36 now, right? So I'm been in it for a while. I've been in it for a while, and it's I've been kind of like reading my Bible ever since 2022, trying to change my life, and I'm praying to God to take it away, praying to God to take it away, and I realized just yesterday that the Lord is not going to take away something He has given you for you to be fruitful and to multiply. He's not going to change or take away my nature. It's my nature to multiply. So I have to be attracted to the opposite sex. I have to be attracted to women. Whoever's listening, please put your kids to bed or something, or I would hope you're watching this when they're at school or something. Um, so yeah, God is not going to take you. You may be praying to God for God to take away this monster you feel like it's inside you, but He's not going to take away something He has ingrained in you in your DNA for you to multiply. You have you have to be as a guy, as a man, you have to be attracted to the opposite sex. You have to be attracted to a woman in order for you to procreate. So I understood that. So I was like, okay, well, dear Lord, sometimes I would pray, dear Lord, just let me only be attracted to my wife. I don't want to look at no one else and have no attraction to no one else but my wife. And of course that can't happen either, right? That can't happen either. You know what I'm saying? We're biological creatures, made to procreate. And when we see a woman who is able-bodied to take your child or something like that, like your flesh is gonna want to procreate. So yesterday, yesterday it came to me maybe like for like I don't know. It came to me how to defeat lust, how to take back control of your flesh. And you guys have to listen very carefully, very, very carefully of what I'm trying to say, right? I've defeated it. I found a way to defeat sexual lust in every instance that it starts to arise. Yesterday, all day yesterday, I've been winning battles, winning battles in my mind. I've been winning. The thing is, it's always going to be a battle, right? Because the war is never gonna, wars tend to stop, right? Wars stop, but battles never end. You're gonna have several battles, right? So when it comes to your fleshly nature, it's gonna be battles, but you gotta find strategies to win each battle, and that's what I have done. I have figured out a strategy to take back control of my flesh, to get me out of this sexual lust, sexual nature, this sexual feeling that comes upon me when I see something that arouses me, when I see someone, a female, that arouses me. I've incorporated a strategy in my mind to counteract everything that the flesh does. And I call my flesh the enemy, you know. In this instance, I'm calling my flesh the enemy or something. But I have counteracted everything that the flesh has thrown at me yesterday, and it's worked every time, right? Hey, if you're liking the content thus far, don't forget to press that like button. And if you really, really liking the content and you watching my other videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Yeah. So, boom. What's the strategy, right? Um so first and foremost, when you read the Bible, when you read the Bible, it tells you in Proverbs, is it Proverbs? Proverbs, to ask for wisdom. Wisdom, right? Ask for wisdom, and everything should follow through, right? And that's what I've been doing. I've been praying for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This recording may be a little bit longer. This recording may be a little bit long, so if you don't have the time, you guys could click off and come back, whatever you want to do. But this recording may be a little longer because I have a lot to say. But first and foremost, the Bible talks about gaining wisdom. Seek wisdom, right? Seek wisdom, seek knowledge, seek understanding. And that's what I've been praying for. I've been praying to God to give me wisdom, knowledge, understanding. He has given me so much wisdom, right? And and it seems like the wisdom has come through in order for me to get um over my win the battles with my sexual nature, my sexual sin, my sexual lustful nature, right? So in the Bible, it talks in there's a story in the Bible with Joseph when he was the Potiphar's wife. Joseph Joseph was working for an Egyptian, uh, and this Egyptian was called Potiphar, right? But Potiphar had a wife, right? And his wife, like she tried to get with Joseph, like she tried to get him in bed and everything. Like while she's married to Potiphar, she's trying to get Joseph in bed, right? And entice him and all this stuff, and in sexuality. She's trying to get him in bed, right? Possibly get him in trouble if they was ever get caught. But anyway, what Joseph did was he ran off. He ran off. He ran away. He didn't let sin settle in him, right? He ran off. So in that instance, right, that's the best strategy for anyone who is trying to deter any lustful, sin to be embedded inside your soul, right? So he ran off. He didn't allow the sin, the sexual sin, the temptation to settle inside his soul, right? Which is a very, very good thing, and I believe everyone should do that. But what happens when you already have this sexual sin inside you? And that was my dilemma, right? A lot of teachers I've listened to has said, well, you just got to run away, just like Joseph did. Run away from all temptation, run away. Like the Bible says, flee from temptation, flee from temptation, right? And I believe in that verse. I believe in those verses, and I believe in what Joseph did. But what happened? What you have to do when sin is already in you? When the sexual sin has already got you, didn't run away. What happens when you didn't run away, and now sexual sin is already in you, which is my dilemma at this point. I didn't ever run away at all when it comes to my sexual nature, sexual lust. When I was enticed and sensualized, I never ran away like Joseph did. And now sin is on me. Now the sexual lustful heightened, I should say, heightened sexual lustful addiction is on me now. So what do I do? Right? Because I'm in a different situation than Joseph. I let sexual sin in me. So I started to use my wisdom now. Right? So this happened yesterday, and as far as my thinking goes, and I said, you know what? I have to think. There's a battle that wages between my flesh and my mind, right? My mind is saying, don't do this. My flesh is saying, do it, right? My mind is saying no. My body is saying yes, right? Sounds like a song, right? Um. So boom. So this is what I did. I started to brainstorm. I started to think like, okay, so what is it that could turn it off? What could turn off my sexual lustful nature at will, right? What is the one thing or two things, three things that could turn off my sexual nature right off, right? Like quickly or, quickly. So I think I watched a video like a week ago or two ago. This young kid gets on there and he says, in order for you to get rid of your sexual, because like everybody has a strategy. In order for you to get rid of your sexual nature, this is what he's saying. You have to wash your face with cold water. And I'm like, okay, well that sounds sound because he was saying the cold water is gonna wake you up. It's going to, I guess something about the vagus nerve or what have you. It's gonna wake you up or something, wake you up or get you out of the trance of this sexual nature that you're in, the sexual sin, the sexual nature that you're in. It's gonna wake you up to wash. When you wash your face, cold water, it's gonna wake you up. I said, okay, cool, but what happens when I'm nowhere near water? When I'm nowhere near water, what I'm gonna do? So I thought of a strategy. What is the one thing? And like I said, this video may only be for my guys, for my men that are out here struggling with sexual lust, sexual nature, what have you. This video is possibly for you and only you. My ladies, you could take part in listening to it, of course, but you don't. You may feel offended. I can't. I'm trying to help my guys, really. You know what I mean? But you may feel offended, but it is what it is. I'm trying to teach my guys out here, right? I'm trying to open their mind. I am trying to wake them up and get them out of that trance that they're in, because that's what it is. It's a trance. It's them sleeping. They're in sleep mode, and I'm trying to help them wake up when they're in it and get them snapped back into reality. They're not in reality when you're stuck in sexual sin, when your flesh is moving when you don't want it to move in a certain way, and it's warring with your mind. I'm trying to wake you up with this strategy that I have for you guys. I want you guys to think, right? So this is the strategy I had yesterday. I did it. I was at work, and when I'm at work, I see all kinds of women. I see all kinds of ladies. I'm not gonna get too deep in it, but I see all kinds of women. You know what I'm saying? I see Spanish women. I see a lot. I see a lot of women, right? Boom. This is what I did yesterday, right? While at work, I thought of I thought of one thing that is gonna turn it off. When I'm in my sexual nature, when I'm standing there working, right? And I see a nice female or nice looking females or plural females, and I look with my eyes, right? What's gonna snap me out from what's gonna snap me back to reality? This is what I'm asking myself. What is gonna snap me back into reality so I don't have to be sitting there or standing there staring at them too long? What is the one thing, because there's no cold water nearby, what is the one thing that is gonna snap me back into reality just so I'm not sitting there gazing at them, staring at them, and seeing and putting them on a pedestal. So I don't have to put these ladies, these women, these creation on a pedestal. What is gonna snap me? This is I'm using God's wisdom right now, because God is not gonna take away my sexual nature. He's not gonna do that. This is me strategizing now. Like I said, this is a battle. This is a battle between my flesh and my mind. And I know I'm taking long with it. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to it. Just be patient. Be patient. That's one of the fruits of the spirit. Be patient. What is the one thing that's gonna snap me back into reality? Just so I'm not gazing and looking and staring and gawking at these females and putting them on a pedestal, the same pedestal that I should be putting God on, right? So I thought of it. I thought of the one thing that turns me off, that turns it off. But I thought of the one thing that turns me off when I look at women, right? There's one thing, and the thing is, I cannot tell you guys. You guys have to figure it out yourself. There is It may be different for you guys, but for me, there's one thing that turns me that all women do that they cannot have control over, that turns me off. You guys thinking now? Are you guys thinking? Let me repeat that. There is one thing all women do that they have no control of, that turns men off. It could turn a lot of men off, as a matter of fact, but it definitely turns me off. It may be a little bit different for you guys, but think of it this way. You have to find something that turns it off. So every time you see a woman, this was me yesterday. Every time I see a woman, I thought of this. Turned it off. Every time I see a nice looking woman, a sexually attractive woman yesterday, I thought of it, boom, turned it off. It was like in my subconscious mind. It was like embedded in my subconscious mind. Like every time I saw a female good looking, Boom, I snap back in reality. Right, I snap back into reality after I thought of this one disgusting thing that turns me off. Every woman does. For me. So what I'm telling you guys, whoever's listening, who's trying to overcome their lust, who is trying to control their body, so you know, so they won't have to commit adultery, fornication, stuff like that, what have you. You have to think about something that turns it off. Something that turns you off. Right? Like for example, let me put this, and this is not my strategy, but for example, the smell of dog poo, right? That turns you off, right? That'll probably turn a lot of people off. Just the smell of dog poo, or the smell of cat pee, that'll turn a lot of people off. I'm not sure of any. I don't know of any person that say they love. Oh, I just love dog poo. You know, I've never heard that. Right? Most people don't like the smell of dog poo. So like I said, that's not my strategy. That's not my strategy. When it comes to the dealing with my sexual lust, but you get what I'm trying to say. You have to think of something that turns it off. That is a turn off. And I have found that. Right? I have found that when it comes to females. I have found the one thing that all females do that turns me off. All women do it. All women have the capabilities of do it. They don't have no control of it. They have no control. Like it has to get done. So every time I see a sexy woman, nice looking woman, what have you, in the past, I when I look at them, I'm gawking at them, I'm staring at them, hard, and I'm like, all kinds of stuff is going on in my brain of what I want to do with them. I'm putting them on a pedestal. I'm putting them up there where basically I'm gawking at them and making them my god. But in this strategy, like I said, this is a battle. In this battle strategy, I have thought of something that brings them down from that pedestal, takes them off that pedestal, brings them that back down to earth on my level. Right? Are you guys listening? You have to figure it out. I don't know your turn ons or your turn offs, my gentlemen and ladies, whoever's listening. I don't know your turn ons and your turn offs, but you have to figure out your turn offs. That's gonna turn it off. That's gonna turn when you're in that trance. Like I said, it's a trance. It's a trance you're in, and you're in. The more you're in that trance, you're playing with those thoughts. You need to stop playing with them thoughts. You need to turn it off. You need to turn it off. So you have to embed something in your subconscious. Remember, all these sexual thoughts, the pornography that you've been watching for decades and what have you, all that is in your subconscious. Right? It's embedded, it's downloaded, it's still in there, right? So that's why you really cannot, and I can speak for myself, that's why you cannot get rid of all that stuff, because you keep it's in your subconscious, right? So even when it comes with the corn, right? You gotta find your turn off with that. You gotta find your turn off switch with that. What is the one thing that those individuals doing whatever they doing in those videos that'll turn you off, that'll turn the trance off, that get you out of the trance, get you out of sleeping. You're in sleep mode right now. You have to wake up. We're gonna find something that'll wake you up out of that trance. You have to find it. For me, it's one thing all females do that turns me off. I found it. And there may be more. I could continue to search. I could continue to search. I mean, I practically live with a woman. I love my wife. I love my wife. I love her to death. You know what I mean? But I know her now. You know what I mean? It's not like in the beginning I didn't. It's not like when in the beginning I didn't know her and all I wanted to do was bang, ping, pang, bang. I know her now. I know her flaws. I know her flaws. I know the things that turns me off. I know everything that she do. And she knows everything I do and stuff like that. But that doesn't keep us from loving each other because love is unconditional. When you go into marriage, when you marry someone, you're taking everything of them. You're taking their snoring, you're taking their crappy hair in the morning, you're taking their morning breath, you're taking everything. You're taking them farting on you in the sleep. You're taking them farting on you in their sleep. You're taking everything. You're taking the good and the bad when it comes to marriage, the covenant. So I know my wife, right? I know her, right? There's some things that turn me off. You know what I mean? There's some things that turn, but like I said, you have to find your turnoffs with these females out here that you're looking at, because you don't know. The thing is, see, you've been married for so long, and I'm talking to the married men, right? Or and married women, if you women are trying to take something from this, right? But for you married men, you've been married for so long, right? When you look at a new female, when you look at a young, new, fresh out the market female, and you're like, damn, you don't know her flaws, right? You don't know her flaws. There's nothing that you see that'll turn you off from her. She's fresh off the market. She's fresh, right? And you're seeing everything good. You're looking with your eyes, and you see everything, and you're in a lustful trance. It's like, dang, you wanna do the nasty things to her and stuff like that, right? You have to wake up and figure out the one thing that women do, all females do, that is unattractive, that'll wake you up. That's one thing that's disgusting that they do, and that'll wake you up. Once you see this female that looks good, that is attractive, you're gonna automatically think of the one thing that all female do that'll turn you off. That's how that's the battle plan I'm doing right now. It's the strategy that worked. Like I said, it worked all day yesterday. It worked all day yesterday. It worked. Like I wasn't even trying to hide my eye. Like usually I try to not look, right? I try to not look, but the flesh is warring with my mind. It's like, oh, look. And I'm like, I'm trying not to look, right? My fleshly nature is wanting to look. So in the past, I just don't look, right? I don't look. But all day yesterday, I was meeting the battle head on. I was looking. And I looked at him, and that thought came in my mind. And I was like, ill. I kid you not. I'm telling you, some people are gonna get offended of what I'm saying right now. But this is gonna help some of my people, right? So yeah, I was using the strategy yesterday, and I was, like I said, I was going into battle head on. I was looking, and when I looked, the thought came in my mind, the unattractive thought, the whatever disgusting thought I thought of, right? The turn off, and I was like, ew, that's nasty. I wasn't calling her nasty, but I was calling the thing that all females do disgusting because that's my turn off. If you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. Whoever listened, I mean, if you guys want to kind of like message me, DM me to tell you guys what I'm talking about, the actual strategy I use, the thought that I'm using, you guys can message me. I can't put it on. I can't put it out here. I can't put it out on the media out here. You know what I mean? Because the devil works. The devil working. He gonna try to use a different battle strategy. But this is my strategy, and I'm meeting the battle head on, and I'm destroying sexual lust at all times when it comes. All right, so let me pivot just a little bit. There's I'm gonna pivot with you guys real quick, but bear in mind, just stay with me and to understand what I'm trying to get across. You guys bear with me. I'm gonna pivot just a little bit. Like I was telling you guys about wisdom. Seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So there's this anime. I'm a anime fan, right? I'm a big anime fan. Well, certain animes, not all. But anyway, I was watching the anime earlier. Was it earlier last year? I think it was earlier last year, whatever, or a year before. And it's called Demon Slayer, right? It's called Demon Slayer. Oh man, look at the dang title. The dang title is called Demon Slayer. This is great, right? But anyway, one of the seasons is, I forget what season, but anyway, the protagonist, right? He gets he gets entranced, like he's going to fight a demon, right? But this demon has the power to put anyone to sleep, right? Anybody to sleep, right? And put them in such of a trance or deep sleep or deep dream. And basically this demon shows the person what the person wants, right? If the person wants their loved ones back, he's gonna the demon's gonna put them in a deep dream if that's what they want, to be with their loved ones again. If their loved ones had died, this demon's gonna put that person with their loved ones, and they're gonna be in this dream forever, right? Forever, right? While at the same time, when this person is in this dream forever, in the real world, it's like as if their body is getting drained and dying, right? In the real world, their body in the real world is being drained and is dying, right? Because I believe the demon is the demon. Demons eat you. So basically, this demon is slowly eating the body of this person while this person is in this trance, in this dream, living their dream, basically living and seeing what they want to see, right? So this demon puts the protagonist in this dream, right? And the protagonist is loving this dream. The protagonist doesn't want to leave this dream. He's been reunited with his dead loved ones and what have you. But the protagonist winds up realizing that this is all fake. For some reason he realized this is just fake. I know my loved ones are dead. So what he does, he gets a revelation to, like, he has to do something to get out of this trance that he's in. So the thing that he do, the wisdom that has been brought onto him, knowledge and understanding, he uses his sword, because he's a sword fighter. Like I say, he's a demon slayer, so he used swords to kill demons. He uses his sword to slash his neck to get out of this trance, this deep dream, deep sleep that he's in. He slashes his neck. He basically he kills himself in the dream for him to wake up, for him to snap out of it. That's the strategy he used to wake up and get out of this trance that he's in, because if he were to stay in this trance, he would have died. In the real world, I should say, he would have died, because this demon would have slowly eaten him, taken everything from him. Right? So when he did that, if I, you guys probably could watch it if you guys want to watch it, whatever. But so when he snapped out of it, he went back into the real world. He was up, but everybody else was like, everybody around him was asleep. He's trying to wake everybody up, but everybody else have to do the same thing. They in they sleep. Everybody else got to do the same thing to get out of this this deep sleep trance that they're in, or whatever. So that happened later on in the show, later on in the episode, or whatever, I believe. The demon, while he was fighting the demon, now he's fighting the demon face to face now in the real world. The demon kept throwing him back into the dream. Like, he kept throwing him back into the dream. Like, while he's fighting the demon, this demon kept throwing the protagonist back into the dream. Like, so the protagonist had to keep killing himself in the dream. He had to keep killing himself for him to snap back. That was his strategy. That was the strategy he was using to get him out of this dream that he's in, this trance that he's in. Right? And that's the analogy I am trying to convey here when it comes to my strategy to snap someone back to reality. You need to find your turn off. You need to turn it off. You need to find your turn off. And I found it. I found the turn off. So I hope this message got to someone. I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to make this too long, man. But at the end of the day, it's all about God. It's all about the Bible, God's word. God is not gonna just answer your prayers all the time for him to do something, take it away, give you money, stuff like that, all that other stuff. No, he's going to give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to get to where you want, to be what you want, to get to the goal that you're trying to achieve. He's going to give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to get there. Everybody, including myself, I could be guilty of this too. Everybody wants something quick. Everybody wants God to take it away very quickly, but we have to rejoice in the struggle. That's the thing. We have to rejoice in the struggle. If everything was just so easy, we would take things for granted. If everything was given to us easy, we would take life for granted. Right? If God, if I ask God, let's say I freaking got into a very, very bad car wreck, and I'm not speaking this to existence. God willing, this doesn't happen. But I got into a real bad car wreck. Let's say that I'm in bad shape, broken bones, whatever. And I asked God, dear Lord, I asked God the next day, dear Lord, heal me, and He heals me. Boom, heals me. I'm 100% the next day. My flesh is gonna take it it's gonna take it for granted. He's gonna take God's gift for granted, and I'm gonna wind up jumping off the damn building, thinking I'm invincible. Oh, God is gonna heal me once again. I know it. No, we can't. We can't be. We have to rejoice in the struggle, and we have to figure out battle strategies. We have to figure out the battle plans, right? And that's what I have done, right? But I mean, that's the message. I think that's all I have. I mean, That's all I got. I just wanted to tell you guys my testimony and how I figure out how to defeat my sexual lust, my this trance that I be in. I meet it in battle, and win every time. But that's the message. That's the message. I thank you guys for listening. This is Daniel, your host of Notice TV. I'll catch you guys later. If you guys and girls made it this far, press that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, take the time to subscribe to my YouTube page at Notice TV. That's all caps, NOTICE TV. I'll catch you later and may God bless you.